Animals are part of our everyday lives, and even though we might never ask or thank them for it, they help us in so many different ways. But what might animals ask of us if they could speak? Many professionals working with animals think they would ask us for just 5 things to help them to survive and lead comfortable, contented lives. We call them the 5 freedoms. The first freedom is the freedom from discomfort. Like humans, all animals need to feel comfort. This is Dia. She has a cozy and safe place to sleep, somewhere cool to go when she's too hot in the sun, and somewhere dry to shelter when the monsoon rains begin to fall. And just like Dia, animals need to stay sheltered and safe, with lots of room to move around freely, as exposure to the heat of the sun for long periods can kill them. That's why we must never tether animals without any shade, and why we should always let street cats and dogs sleep in the shelter or shade of a tree or building to escape the hot sun and heavy rain, and why we mustn't keep animals like hens trapped in tiny cages either. They need plenty of room to get up, lie down, turn around and groom themselves if they're going to have a happy life. The second of our 5 freedoms is freedom to express normal behaviour. Normal human behaviour might include living with our families, spending time with our friends, or talking and playing. This is Aruv. Some of his normal behaviours include playing outside with friends, watching TV, and reading in his room. But he especially likes spending time and having fun with his family. And just like Aruv, animals love to have fun and spend time with their loved ones too. Like street dogs, they love to bark, run, roll around in the dust, and curl up to sleep with their friends. So we shouldn't throw stones or shout at them because they're just having fun. After carrying heavy loads all day, donkeys and horses love to roam freely and graze with their families, as they get distressed when taken away from them for long days. Some elephants are captured and forced to transport heavy loads or carry tourists through busy traffic in towns and cities. They're taken far away from their families, never to see one another again. This makes them very sad. Cows produce milk for their babies, but very often the babies are taken away when they're very young. This is all so that we can keep the milk for ourselves. Cows aren't milk machines. They too just want to love, feed, and take care of their babies like all mums and dads. All animals enjoy being with their families. We should always give them time to rest and spend time with them, and wherever possible, keep them in their natural environments. The third of the 5 freedoms is freedom from fear. Human beings cannot be happy and content when they are afraid. Dia is afraid of loud noises, the dark, and when other people are cruel and unkind to her. Luckily, she knows her parents, teachers, and friends are always there to look after and protect her. A lot of animals don't have anyone to protect them when they're afraid. Monkeys and elephants are sometimes beaten with sticks or starved when humans try to train them to do work or tricks to entertain tourists. They live in fear of this cruel treatment and end up becoming afraid of human beings. There are always lots of fireworks and crackers exploding in the air, and very loud music during Diwali and as part of marriage celebrations. All animals get scared by the loud bangs and fiery explosions. It's very important for animals to have a quiet, safe place they can escape to and hide in. The fourth of the 5 freedoms is freedom from great pain. All humans and animals suffer pain at some time, but when humans are in pain, we can seek help. Unfortunately, that's not the same for animals. When Aruv is injured or unwell, his family take care of him and give him some medicine, or take him to a doctor or hospital to make him better. Black horses are said to be lucky, which is why sometimes their shoes are removed by people who think they are lucky charms. This can happen several times in a single day, and it causes them great pain and injury. And sometimes, when street cows are hungry, they find empty plastic bags which smell of food or have a little food left inside. They are so hungry they eat the plastic but cannot digest it. The plastic just stays in their stomachs, making them very ill and causing great pain until they can no longer eat and they die a very painful death. 80% of the cows that die at TOLFA die because they have eaten large amounts of plastic and their stomachs no longer work. This is why we mustn't throw food containers, drink bottles, or vegetables in plastic bags onto the streets. We should dispose of them safely so the animals cannot find them. The last of the 5 freedoms is freedom from hunger and thirst. Without food and water, all human beings and animals will die. Dia needs to eat and drink to give her energy to grow and work, and to keep her healthy and strong. She gets weak and very tired when she is really hungry and thirsty. And it's the same for animals. All animals need to have water available to them all day, especially when it is very hot. Otherwise, they will become dehydrated and feel unwell very quickly. After working hard for their owners all day, elephants, donkeys, camels and horses might need time to rest and recover before eating and drinking. So please don't remove their food or water because they'll want it eventually. We can all do something, however small, to make sure that the animals around us enjoy their 5 freedoms. The 5 freedoms help all animals to live healthy and contented lives. So here are the most important things to remember to take good care of the animals around us. Make sure we leave out water and scraps of food for them. Never disturb sleeping animals. Don't frighten them or be cruel to them or hurt them in any way. Provide some shade and shelter for them whenever we can. Never throw plastic things into the street or where a cow may find it. Always allow animals to behave naturally. Don't keep them in very confined conditions. Never use animals for entertainment. If you see an animal which has been injured or is suffering in any way, please contact your local animal hospital for help. The TOLFA Animal Hospital will send their rescue vehicle to take them to the hospital for treatment and care. Should you find an injured monkey, phone TOLFA or ask any veterinarian to give you advice on where to call to get help. TOLFA's telephone number is 982 996 5585. It's easy to remember the 5 freedoms when you know your alphabet. D. Freedom from discomfort. E. Freedom to express normal behavior. F. Freedom from fear. G. Freedom from great pain. H. Freedom from hunger and thirst. Thank you from me and all of our animal friends.